For a clear view on the agriculture in the EU, a brief historical overview is necessary. The driving factor behind milk production in Europe has been the milk quota system. Under the system in 1984, farmers producing more than their quota could be penalized financially by the payment of a super levy. The quota system acted to limit milk production across Europe. The CAP, Common Agricultural Policy, has its roots in the 1950s. It was a consequence of the Treaty of Rome in 1957. At that time, the 6 founding countries started the European Economic Community. The societies in Western Europe had been damaged by years of war, agriculture had been crippled, and food supplies could not be guaranteed. The CAP aimed at encouraging better productivity in the food chain, ensuring a fair standard of living to the agricultural community, and market stabilization and ensuring the availability of food supplies to EU consumers at a reasonable price. Incentives to produce were provided through a system of high support prices to farmers, combined with border protection and export support. Agricultural producers received for their products guaranteed minimum prices. Surpluses were bought up, and although the CAP was very successful in meeting its objective of moving the EU towards self-sufficiency, by the 1980s the EU had to contend with almost permanent surpluses of the major farm commodities, some of which were exported with the help of subsidies, others of which had to be stored or disposed of within the EU. These measures had a high budgetary cost, distorted some world markets, did not always serve the best interest of farmers, and became unpopular with consumers and taxpayers. At the same time, society became increasingly concerned about the environmental sustainability of agriculture. From the 90s, the reform of the began. See the following slide.